What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and in this video we're taking it right back to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but not the movies like I did in the last Marvel video. I almost said show. It's not that serious. Specifically, I want to talk about the Marvel television shows in this video. I want to talk about the current state of Marvel television, where I think it's going, my opinions on like the Defenders and upcoming shows and just stuff like that. So we're going to be focusing on Marvel television, and full disclaimer before we start, this video is going to be like 98% opinion based. There may be some facts sprinkled in here or there, but most of the video is just my opinion and my thoughts on the Marvel television universe and where I think it's going. Alright, so the big thing that I want to talk about is Marvel Netflix. I know that there are shows happening outside of Netflix. I will get to them, but I think the main Marvel television that people actually enjoy and gets talked about is Marvel Netflix. So that means Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist, separately and together as the Defenders. So I've never like said this on my channel, but of course I've seen every single one of the shows. I thought about doing a review on them, but by the time it would have come out, I just would have been so late compared to everyone else, and there's probably 1,000 other Defenders reviews up right now, so that's not what we're doing. In case you were wondering, I love Daredevil seasons 1 and 2. I think that it's one of the best shows on TV or on Netflix right now. Like, it's just one of the best shows you can watch right now. Daredevil is fantastic. Jessica Jones was really good as well. There were some points in it where I kind of felt like I was just watching it because I felt like I had to watch it to finish the show, but Jessica Jones was good. It was a good show. Luke Cage I enjoyed very much. It did change a lot about halfway through the show, but I actually really liked that. Things happened that I didn't see coming, so I ended up really enjoying Luke Cage. And then Iron Fist happened. And I know I'm gonna sound like every single person right now, but I was so excited for Iron Fist to come out. He is one of my favorite, like, more low-key Marvel characters that isn't really talked about. I love Iron Fist. I remember playing as him in this old Spider-Man game called Friend or Foe. You may remember, but Iron Fist like really kicked ass in that game. And then Iron Fist became real in the show and got his own show, but it wasn't really Iron Fist. The show annoyed me in a lot of different ways. It kind of gave me Arrow vibes. This billionaire son that everybody thought was dead returns, and like he's trying to prove himself, and then he becomes this vigilante. Like, I know that story happens sometimes in comics, but it reminded me a lot of Arrow. I just think Arrow did it way better. I'm very disappointed in the Iron Fist character, to be completely honest. It's just not what I was hoping for and not what I was expecting from Marvel, and like I don't think they realize what the fans want. Why does Daredevil look more like Iron Fist than Iron Fist? I hate that. I don't get it. I don't know why Marvel was like, nah, if we give him that green and yellow robe and like ski mask, it's just gonna take away from the show and people aren't gonna buy it. It's gonna look stupid. That's exactly how I picture Marvel Studios board conferences going for the TVs. And that voice, it's all in that voice. It's just how it sounds. I don't know. There's a lot of things I question with Iron Fist. Again, it was fine. There were instances throughout the show where I was like, yes, that's what I've been waiting to see this entire time. But most of the show was a letdown, in my opinion. And then the Defenders happened very recently here, and the Defenders I think was great. To be 100%, I loved the Defenders. From beginning to end, I loved that it was only 8 episodes. I don't think it needed to be any longer than that. I think it got to this very climactic part, and the thing that I appreciated a lot, it was a huge thing that was happening in these characters' worlds. So it made sense why people like the Avengers and the other heroes out there wouldn't be involved or wouldn't know anything, because it was the Hand that was super secretive, the Hand had personally affected each one of those characters in different ways and brought them together, and like this, it was the big climax of their world, and I really liked that. That made a lot of sense to me. I liked where it was building up to. I really like where it left off because I have 1,000 questions. I thought Sigourney Weaver was an amazing villain throughout it. I really like what she added to the show, seeing old characters come back, and oh my gosh, the main thing I want to talk about in the Defenders, just quick, is the use of color. If you go back and watch any episode, they tied a color to every Defender. So like Luke Cage was yellow, Jessica Jones was purple, Iron Fist was green, and Daredevil was red. But it's like whenever they were showing that character, they tinted the screen in some ways more towards that color. So like if you saw the color turn kind of more orangey yellow, you knew like Luke Cage was about to show up. If it was kind of red, you knew Daredevil was gonna show up, or like it was him watching over the city. And just the use of color was incredible. I really loved that. And the fighting scenes and the way they all clashed with each other, I liked the Defenders way more than I thought I was going to like the Defenders. So if you're watching this and you haven't seen the Defenders, totally go watch The Defenders. And then next, the Punisher is coming to Netflix, which looks incredible. The first trailer for that dropped, and I was clapping when I watched that trailer. It got me so excited. I cannot wait to see like the first real gruesome, just like bare bones killer Marvel product that's out in the world now, or about to be. I'm super excited to see this dynamic from Marvel. And then other than that, let's talk about the other side of Marvel television. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Inhumans. I watched the first season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and I've never seen anything since, and I don't regret it. I'm not the biggest fan of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Pains me to say it because I want to be. I don't ever want to hate things or not like things, I mean, but Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is just, it's kind of garbage to me. I don't know. I've heard that it changed like kind of for the better after Winter Soldier came out, but after the first season, I was like, yeah, I don't need to watch this. And now Inhumans, the newest Marvel show that's not on Netflix. Did not see Inhumans. Apparently, no one saw Inhumans. It isn't doing too hot right now, I guess, and the reviews are terrible for it. So I didn't see it on accident, but I'm making this video on purpose still, even though I don't have information on that, because when I do see Inhumans, I'm gonna make a totally separate video on that and what I thought. But for right now, it really seems like anything that doesn't have to do with Netflix, but is Marvel, is struggling. I know Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. apparently found its footing and like it's doing better. I don't know where its ratings stand now, but apparently Inhumans is just not doing that hot. It hasn't aired officially on ABC yet, so I will wait to officially call it like, I guess, a quote-unquote flop or not until that happens. So now I'm fully just gonna start speculating and talking about the future and where I think it's going. So I think the more popular the Netflix shows get for Marvel, I think we're going to be seeing them tie into the overall universe a little bit more. Especially with the events that are about to happen in Infinity War next year, I think they're like harshly going to shape what happens in the Netflix shows, because that's like the Battle of New York basically shaped almost everything after Avengers. I don't know, it's kind of confusing. I wish they wouldn't have branched off into TV shows other than Netflix, because the Netflix ones are cool because they're about characters, they're shows about characters, but like the Inhumans and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is about like this broad group of people, and it doesn't seem like it's working too hot for them. Yeah, I'm super excited for the future of Marvel television. I think they're going to start becoming more character-based, and I think we're seeing the start of that with the Punisher and him getting his own show. And like I said earlier, I think we're gonna start seeing more character shows popping up in the future, getting more announcements like that. I think if Inhumans doesn't do well, they might put the nail in the coffin there and just kind of cut their losses and focus more on Netflix. I don't know what else they would do. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Have you seen any of the Netflix shows? Have you seen any of the regular television shows? What are your thoughts on it all? Because I would love to know what the rest of the world out there thinks about Marvel television, because it's very... Yeah guys, so that's gonna be it. I just wanted to talk to you about the Marvel television shows, and so you could hear my thoughts and I could get your guys' thoughts. So if you liked this video, click the buttons. If you hated it, click the buttons, and I will see you guys very soon.